Hey collective, what's going on with you guys? So sorry. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Grand Rising. I'm so happy that you guys are here today. Your girl is just like low-key exhausted, you know. I don't know anymore. You know, I'm coming out of that energy of, you know, I'm trying to like, well, whatever. I'm trying to come out of that energy of, I guess in a sense, like people pleasing or overthinking as well. You know, I've tend to notice with myself that I overthink a lot, and it leads me to like, it leads me to an energy of like people pleasing, in a sense, you know, because I'm always like, shit, like, what can I do to avoid this situation? Or what can I do or say so that what I'm expressing is fully understood and it's not mistaken the wrong way, you know? But I've come to realize that, like, no matter what, there's always going to be misunderstanding, you know, because people, they filter you through their perceptions. You know what I'm saying? They filter you through the way that they've set up their mentality. Okay? So no matter what it is, there's always going to be some hiccup. There's always going to be some type of a haze in front of the vision. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. So this weekend, like, my body has been just like hot, trying to break out in sweats. You know what I'm saying? So last night, the person that, you know, I'm with, or I don't even know anymore at this point, you know, and I'm even over that type of energy, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, you know, it's the middle of the night, I'm hot, you know, so I'm like rolled over on my side, trying to cool down, you know, and, you know, at the same time praying and stuff like that. And, the person that I'm, you know, was with was like, oh, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm just hot, you know, I'm hot. So, you know, they're like, oh, well, I'm just going to go lay in the living room. And I'm like, okay, fine. You know, I don't even think I even said anything. I was just like, I think I was just quiet because I already knew, you know, and like, so, you know, the person got up, goes in the living room, you know, kind of banging stuff around, not really, but kind of, you know what I mean? I'm just like, okay, whatever. Comes back in the room, goes into the drawer, the side drawer, and he's just like, see, this is how this always starts, you know, they start kicking and this up. And I was like, what? I'm like, I didn't even do anything. I wasn't even facing you. I wasn't even like kicking out. Oh, I'm just gonna sleep in the living room for the rest of the week. Okay, then fine. That's what you want to do. Fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to contest it. That's what you want, you know. So I'm like, I'm not gonna contest that. Like, fuck it. That's what you want. Go ahead. Oh, you know what? I think it's better if I was in this other city. Well, then fuck it. Go. You feel like you're gonna be better there? Go. I'm tired of like the cat and mouse game. I'm tired of like, oh, maybe you're gonna stay or maybe you won't. Like, fuck it. Go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired. I'm not going to continue to bend over backwards. You know, I'm not going to continue to run myself mentally ragged. You know what I mean? Like, you're not satisfied, go find your satisfaction. Plain blank and period. You know what I mean? And it's just, and it's been like that. Like, it's been like that. Not even just always, it's been like that. You know, from me coming home, it's an issue with the way I give mail, to it's an issue to, oh, now I'm to how I'm holding some fucking chicken to spray it down to put it in a fucking air fryer, to me saging, you know what I'm saying? Saging so I can, because I was trying to do an ammonia spell. I was clearing the energy for a jar, you know, cleansing the energy. And it's like, it don't matter what I do, what I say. I'm an issue, so I'm an issue. Let me solve that fucking problem. Since I'm such a problem, let me solve it for you and remove myself out of that equation. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, like, at this point, I don't even care anymore. I'm tired. I'm tired of people. Just period. You know, I'm tired of constantly, like, shit. Like, I wish I was so fucking mentally strong to where I can stop my body from overheating just by thinking it, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I know where that fucking neuron process fucking streamway is going. Let me fucking recalibrate it and boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, it's just stupid shit. You know, it gets me to the points where I don't even want to do anything. I don't want to, like, what? You know, but so you got people, those are just examples, you know, the process, you know, how a person views you or wants to see you, you know. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that energy. I'm at a point where I'm like, fuck it, see me how you want. And you don't want to see me, see yourself out my life. You know? So, there's a lot. Somebody may be pregnant as well. I was getting that download on the way driving over here. So something about milk too, like, you could be milking life right now, or get ready, your life is about to get milky. Whatever that means, you know, right? So look, cosmic confessions. So what do you guys need to know? We're on the number 70. That's the number that I saw. Look, I saw you recently and was blown away. You're so captivating. It's hard to ignore you. Your beauty, personality, and style are all so enchanting. You're magical, babes. We don't meet up very often, but I look forward to every opportunity. Each time I think about it until our next encounter. You're so seductive to me. You're magnetic. You pull me in without even trying. Do you know the way I feel about you? I've made it obvious as I can, considering the circumstances. The distance between us makes me want you even more. I fantasize about one day being together. So you got people, I really feel like what that's saying is that not only are you magical and fucking just fantastic, you know what I'm saying? Like, incredible. Not only are you a magically incredible being, 8:22 on the time clock, but you got people waiting on you. You know what I'm saying, collective? You got people waiting on you to have relationships with you, whether that's friendships, whether that's business partnerships, whether that's partnerships like romantic partnerships. You know, you got people who are captivated by you, you know, who want your energy, who want to honor that energy that you hold and that, you know, that you carry, that you give. Okay. So that's what I'm getting from that. You know what I'm saying? I'm also getting from that is, like, you got people who want your energy because you're so magical, because you're so captivating, because you're so magnetic. They want that for themselves. So, you know, they could do whatever to try to siphon it from you, drain it from you, you know. It don't matter. You could have a lot of petty individuals in your life. And I say that because of this. Like, I was watching, I think his name is Spence Taylor. He does, like, really funny zodiac stuff, you know, videos. Like I think he has a video like, what's your zodiacs as insects, or the most petty. He was like, this one I watched was the most petty zodiacs, 1 to 5, right? Had all the air signs on there, of course. You know what I'm saying? And he started off with Gemini. I'm a Gemini. Okay, so I'm like, yo, why you coming for me? Why you coming for us like that? And like, you know, some of the stuff he was running down, I was like, I've thought about doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Those thoughts have run through my mind. One of them, he was like, they'll put you on the internet and blast you out and say all this is that. And I was like, oh yeah, I get, that's what I do that. You know what I'm saying? I do. And it's my story though. You know what I mean? It was my walk. It was my experience through that. You know what I'm saying? And hell yeah. I'm gonna shout some shit out. That's how I feel, and I shouldn't. Why? Because it makes you feel some type of way. Oh, well, go deal with those emotions. Go deal with that. Right? Go deal with the reason why you feeling like some type of way inside yourself. I'm dealing with why I feel some type of way. Right? I'm expressing. You know, but they were talking about petty, like the petty signs, you know, so you could have like petty people around you or in your energy. And I don't care. You could be like, oh, she just said she was petty. Like, I'm not. I can be if I choose to be, but that's only like 1%. You know what I mean? That's only 1%. But yeah. You could have people who want to humble you, you know. And collective, you don't gotta express like if you're humble or not. People are gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna see it. That's just something like they're gonna see that. They're gonna see that you have a humble character. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to express that. You know. And it's okay. Like, if you're fantastic, you know, you're fucking, like, you're just that person, you could be that person. Nobody's taken away from you being whom you are. You know, how incredible you are. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, whatever. Let's get some more cosmic confessions. What else does the collective need to know? 13 is what I heard. Damn. You're kidding. Hold on. Damn, you weren't kidding about this self-love journey. Here's what I learned about you. You will move anything out of your way that doesn't serve your highest good. Damn straight. Good for you. You might have a hater or two, but all the best people do. I like the way you navigate the world. In fact, I believe it's necessary. You're showing people who they are by just being you. It's actually really interesting to watch. It is. It's really interesting to unfold when you take a step back outside of like a detached look. And you'll start seeing people's behaviors. You'll start seeing people's track records. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. Like, whatever part of the journey that these people are on, that you're on, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. That's where we're at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing that you're right here on the map symbol, you know, the little tack that they put, you're here. But it's like, where things become a problem, a real problem within selves, is when you don't change, when you're not making the moves to change, you're not trying to change, you're not looking for ways to change, you're not implementing ways of change. You know what I mean? That's where it becomes an issue. You know, or when somebody else, another issue is like when somebody else thinks that they're an authoritative figure in your life. No, you're the authoritative figure in your life. You know what I'm saying? So, trying to be petty and trying to humble people and trying to throw shit on to others that it just doesn't, you know what I'm saying? You're fucking yourself. You're fucking yourself out of a good person, out of good ass energy. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing thank you next. Miss Ariana. You know what I mean? Like, that's okay. Make way for upgraded energies. Make way for real people, right? Like, it's like you're making, it's like they're clearing space for real individuals to come into your life. And when I say real individuals, I mean real people. Like, they're not with the fakeness. They ain't got no uterial. What's going on with my speech? Arterial motives. Wow. You know, they're not out here just trying to get over. You know, no, they're trying to elevate, and while they're elevating, they elevating you too. You know, they lifting you up in whichever way, whether that's through knowledge, whether that's through passing on fucking yo, I got this person, they know how to do this, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I know this person, this individual over here, they need this, and I know you got that skill set. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, shit, whatever. I even find myself getting inspired by you. I didn't realize how important self-love was, and how unimportant others' opinions of me are, until you blatantly started living life for yourself. People, oh my gosh, so I was listening to that Queen, is her name Queen Alice? She's another tarot reader, but she was talking about how because you've changed, people are trying to say that you're bad, or, you know, because you're not putting up with their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But look, Spirit is saying, I'm genuinely really happy for you. You're going to big places, and others can see that. Keep shining. We need you. 100. That's crazy, because I was like praying. I was having like, especially like after all of that stuff that happened, because, you know, I'm just exhausted with it. I'm tired of it. Pretty soon I'm going to shut all the way the fuck down with this person. You know what I mean? And that's kind of sad that it gets to that point. You know what I mean? But hey, fuck it. I've noticed to a lot of people, when it comes to me and my energy, they always come back. And they're always like, oh, you know, you were right about this. Or, you know what? They always apologize for their mistreatments of me. Don't mean I'm going to fuck with them. You know? I always get like the, oh, I miss yous, and, you know, shit like that. Damn straight you gonna miss me. You know, a lot of people, they don't realize, it's that whole, they don't realize what they have until it's gone type energy. And I know I hold potent energy. I know that's why I come up against all of the fucked shit that I've had to. You have real energies out here that hate you. You know, I heard that. I heard that before going to sleep the other day. You know, I was just like, ugh. I was just like, oh God, like, ugh. I was just like, God, why all this shit? Why does all this stuff occur? Why I go through all this stuff? I wasn't complaining. It was more like I don't know why the thought had even came through, you know, but it was like a sighing thought, like, oh, why all this stuff, God, like, you know. And I distinctly heard, because I hate you. And I was like, what? Why would you say that? You know what I'm saying? I was alone in the room, but I was like, why would you say that? And, you know, I knew it wasn't God talking to me, you know. I proceeded to tell this energy, I'm like, you know, you're trying to destroy me. You haven't accomplished that. You know what I'm saying? I started getting a flood of all these different visions, kind of too. So it's like this, an accumulative energy. It's one energy, but it's an accumulative because it comes through different forms, you know, of people. So it accumulates through these people, tries to build up through these people, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, like, it tripped me out. You know, it did. It tripped me out. I told the entity that, watch out, you know, I'm going to destroy it. Because that's what I'm built for. That's what I'm supposed to do. You know, you could deal with energies like that. You know, something that was assigned not only to you, maybe that's a wild ass fuck. That's wild, spirit. That's a wild download. This entity was waiting for your birth. It waited thousands of years for your birth. It attacked your family line because you were going to come through it. That's wild. Yeah, you guys are going through a lot of transformations. I keep seeing this dragonfly over here. Know that you guys are protected through this transformation because it looks like a black dragonfly as well. I'm gonna have to go in. I didn't even read any cards. I did get my book though, guys, and I'm so like excited for it. I have started reading a little bit of it. And it's so crazy. It's made by this Llewellyn person. I got a lot of her books. You know, didn't realize. I don't know. There's a reason why I'm attracted to that energy. Yeah, for my transformation. I just saw this. Somebody could be taking off in helicopter or plane or something like that too. I actually want to take pilot lessons. Don't know whenever that'll occur for me, but hopefully in the near future, you know. Because let's see, number 19. I'm sorry to say this, but I just don't like you like that. I feel like I've been picking up a vibe that you may be interested in me. I just don't see you in that way. Ooh. Somebody could be feeling this way about you, or you could be feeling that way about somebody else, collective. I hope you're not too offended. I've been trying to keep my distance for that reason. I think we're better off as friends or acquaintances. It's okay though. Not everyone is the best match. I've been trying to avoid saying this out loud, but that's how I feel. Express that shit. You're not going to be happy until you do. You know what I'm saying? Why put yourself through that torment? The heart wants what it wants. You know? Your soul calls you where it's meant to be led. I don't get all of that. Just be honest with yourself. Be honest. Because you're not going to be living an authentic life. You know? And why waste another person's time? Look, 24. Something about you is different lately, yeah. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I find you so magnetic. You're such a rush to be around. I find my heart beats faster when I hear your name or look at your photos. Seriously, this is such a sudden change because I wasn't into you until recently. All of a sudden. And that's what happens. That's what happens with you, collective. People don't get into you until you're disinterested. You know what I mean? People could want you to chase them. People could want to feel like they got over on you, like, haha, I strung this person along. Yeah, you know, for their ego boost. Just disgusting. You know, and why is it all of a sudden? Right? All of a sudden, you're really catching my eye. I feel like I'm not the only one either. You may have a hater or oh yeah, we read that. Hater or two, but somehow that makes you so much hotter. I've noticed how your confidence and beauty irritates them, but you don't even notice. You're too busy focusing on your own life. Keep doing your thing. You're a certified hottie. My bad for just catching on. I can tell you've been running the game. You know, people out here, they don't give you, well, they're giving you flowers, but that's after the fact. You know, they should have gave it to you then. You know, I really be feeling like sometimes, oh, two dragonflies. So you could be going through multiple transformations right now. I don't know, but I'm just, I'm irritated. They're flying around in circles with each other. They're fucking cute. I love nature. I'd be so like thankful. Nature is so fucking peaceful and it's so regenerative, you know? Anyways, I love you guys. And I know I wasn't on like that, but I gotta go. It's 7:27 a.m. Gotta go in here. I love you. I hope that this message helped you in some way, gave you guys clarity. I don't know what's gonna happen. But I do know is that I just want peace and joy in my life. I deserve that, you know? And I refuse to live a life unfulfilled. I refuse to live a life that I'm not bettering myself and I'm not making other people around me better, that I'm not helping them to better themselves, you know? I have great goals and beautiful dreams inside of me that I'm going to realize with or without support. I haven't had much support in my life. So, you know, sure, shit get lonely, but shit, I'm good rocking with myself. I've been alone my whole life. Somebody's like, oh, and you're continued to be alone. No, I rebuke that. I'm buying that up. But anyways, I will live a glorious life, period. Whether motherfuckers like it or not. And y'all gonna eat shit. I love you guys. Bye.